almost directly like at the bottom. So
the account is now sitting.
welcome back to a brand new video. You're supposed to know the vibe by now. My name is Kevin Roach, and if you're new here, this is a place where I share what it's like being a full-time trader from the Caribbean. It's currently 3:28 in the PM, but 2:28 on the charts. And if we could see right there, right away, this is the results of today. We first had a long that didn't take long to stop us out. And then I re-evaluated the market and then changed my bias towards the downside. So we entered a sell, and the sell was very, very smooth. I don't know, on the hourly it looks like this candle went up, but clearly it's a bearish candle, so it only went down. Tag us into the trade. Went straight for TP. I actually closed the trade like somewhere around here at the bottom now. Let me just mark it up. So I'm at the bottom now. Usual story. If we go to the hourly though, you will see that we had a sweep of the hourly liquidity right here. So this low right there actually did take these two lows. No, it didn't take the lows. It was relatively equal low, but it took this low right here. All right, so upon this sweep here at 9 a.m., we swept this low here that was formed on Sunday open. We closed with a bullish candle. I took 50% retracement of that. Price cleaned me up immediately. Then we had a further push to the downside where we failed to break this low right here. So this push that I circled off earlier was a failed break of Friday's low that was formed at 10 a.m. And then I noticed that the price was pushing up, but we still failed to break this low and we're overall bearish. So I re-entered after reanalyzing the charts, bearish, and held it for a little bit beyond the TP, and I exited the trade. I'm not in that trade anymore. I didn't get to journal the before and after screenshots, but what I can show you is the results of the account thus far. It's been kind of up and down, wildly consolidating, if I'm being honest with you. Like, we dropped all the way down to $37 from 66, and now we're currently at $81.73. There's something that I should make you aware of. Both times where the balance went from negative back to positive, and here again $57 back to now $81, which is the highest the account has ever been, I increase the risk from 5% to 10%. So I can't just act like if the risk is constant the entire time, but this would only happen if you understand your strategy and you understand yourself. Now, this is not something that I could see myself doing every day or every trade. There are specific conditions where I can increase the risk to this extent. One, it would have to be after a loss. So if I just take one trade and it's one win and I use the normal 5%, then I have absolutely no reason to increase my risk to 10%. Two, it has to be my own personal funds. Obviously, I can't risk 5% on a prop firm account. 5% of my own personal funds, given my results. I know what's my max consecutive winning trades and max consecutive losing trades. It could still go outside of that, but at least I have something to work with. So it's highly unlikely, according to my data, that I'll blow my account if I take 4 consecutive 10% losses. That's 40% loss, and that's the max consecutive loss of my account. So if you know your system, you'll be able to do things like this if you're either in drawdown, if you are in a trending market. That's another reason where increasing my risk would be accepted or allowed. Because if it's a ranging market, if we're just going up and down, then I would not be able to catch the size of move that would accommodate for me increasing my risk. If the market is consolidating, then it's possible that I just take 3 losses now, the first one and then 2 extra losses. So if I do have a clear direction, sense of direction in the market, or a trending market, which is either up or down, then I'd be able to more confidently allow these 2 trades to get to half or even the full distance as the first trade and recover the losses. This is not something that I would be doing if I am above my starting balance. It's only something for drawdown. So food for thought. But yeah, this is how it's looking. It's Monday. I am definitely not going to be taking any more trades. The stats for the month, let's go to the calendar view so we can just see it. This is the first trade that we've taken for the week. Obviously, it's Monday. The month of November thus far, we made 7.62%. That's not bad with a 50% win rate. That's definitely not bad. The first week was a terrible loss, 26.86%, and thus far we've made 17.32% and 25.43% respectively after that. Thus far, the week isn't over as yet. I could still have losing trades for the rest of the week. But the main point to that is I'm going to show up regardless, and I'm going to keep following my rules. If my rules says that it's a trade that I should take, then I'm going to take that loss if it's a loss, and I'm going to accept that. So that's gonna be it for today. And tomorrow, definitely gonna check in with y'all and show you how we're going now with the progress. And we are back. It is actually Wednesday. I can't remember the last time I opened the camera. It's probably Monday. But hey, we on Wednesday right now. And Monday, I believe I had a win, even though I took a loss. Yes, I took a sell yesterday, actually. I didn't take this trade, even though I had it marked up. On the hourly, it was a trade that fit my confirmation, but I didn't take it because it was going against the trend. And I didn't like how that was looking, so I avoided a loss right here. I could go ahead and delete that when we go down to the 15 just to avoid the confusion. I didn't actually place that trade. I did, however, place a sell from, I believe it was here, when price was coming back down in the afternoon. And I held that sell up until this morning where I closed it for about like $3 last. I'm going to show you the MT5 results in a second. And today, I also took L, which was also a long. But after taking that loss, let me just go ahead and add in the trade that I took that made me some profit. After losing that trade, I had about 3 positions. It was like average trade was like here because I had multiple positions, and I closed all the trades right here when we got down to there. It wasn't even this low, to be honest. It was a little bit higher where I closed all the trades. And yeah, so the results for today looks like this. Let me drop down. Oh, this is a 15-minute. Not that much movement. Still secure 210 pips, but hey, so the balance is up. This is how the trade results looking for today. Hopefully you could see it clearly there. And when we drop down to the 15, actually I'm gonna drop down to the 15, then the 5-minute to show you like how close it was to the bottom where I took profit for all of the trades. So here is the sell from yesterday that I closed with a little bit of loss. If you can see there, it closed above the point where I was selling, so it's just a little bit of loss. And then you can see the 3 positions that I took today, and you can also see the 2 entries that I had for the buy position that I took earlier today that I lost. And then you can see the 3 positions that I entered the sell and where I took profit at the bottom there. Let me just zoom into the minute. We'll see what it looks like. That almost directly like at the bottom. So that's the results for there. And then when we come on here to Trader Waves, the results are looking nice, but like I said, it's a long-term thing. It doesn't matter what the balance currently says. At the end of the month, it could be something different. At the end of the year, it could be something different. So we're just taking it day by day, week by week, and having a long-term approach to it. But currently, we've placed 32 trades within the space of the 2 months that I have this account now. The overall gain is at 40.61%. Yeah, we have the max drawdown still 52.55%, which is quite high if I'm going to be honest with you. But the account is small, so I was willing to risk about 50% at some point. And I don't really understand how the calculations work because I don't remember risking 50% of the account at any time. Maybe not having a stop loss would contribute to that. But I trade with a stop loss, just not every trade or every position. So the deposits is still 66. I haven't withdrawn anything, but I am thinking about withdrawing once we get over 100 and just withdraw it back down to 66 and keep the balance at 66. I don't know. It could still work, because I can withdraw and store the funds in my wallet with the broker online until it gets to a certain balance, and then use that certain balance to treat the account as a larger account. But until then, I trade with the $66, So it's just changing the outlook or the perspective that you have on trading, because I don't want to feel like my balance used to be at this point. Like, I don't want to feel like I need to get back to anything. So withdrawing the profits is more like okay, I've made this, I've reset my account balance, and now we're going again. I'm using the money that I used to make more money. It's not about what the balance was at. So I just want to distance myself from the type of feeling. So that's why I want to do it like that. Win rate is 43.8. That's excellent, to be honest. I don't know why it's red. To each his own, right? But I love when a strategy with an edge has a win rate closer to 50 than 100. And this is really, really close to 50. This is 43.8. That's good. At some point, yes, ideally you would want to be above 50%, especially if you have confidence in your psychology. But at the same time, it's workable. You can have 50% and still be very profitable. And I think 50% is very relatable because not everyone has such a solid edge or an edge with a high profitability rate. And once you can prove that your edge doesn't need a high win rate to be profitable, then maybe it can go to encourage somebody. But yeah, we still recording at night. I honestly think the lighting is much better, so that's why I might not be able to like bring live trades for you guys anymore, but I'll still provide a trade breakdown if there is such. But yeah, it's Wednesday and the week isn't over as yet. Anything could still happen. So far, so good. And yeah, I'm going to come in and give you an update tomorrow once I find a trade, or even if I don't find a trade, still gonna give a market breakdown or what I saw, what I was seeing, what I could have taken, if I didn't take it, why I didn't take it, any type of breakdown whatsoever. Just so you get the full picture of what it's like being a full-time trader from the Caribbean. Oh, and by the way, if you made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed as yet, then please do your brethren a solid. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like while you're at it, and drop a comment. Let me know if there's like anything that I could talk about that might be of value to you. You know, I'm here to give value. If you could give me some tips as well that you've identified about my trading, then I'd highly appreciate it. Always willing to learn and grow together. But that can be it for now, and I'm gonna come in and check back in with you tomorrow.
We're back, and it's currently 10:39 in the PM, and it's Thursday. The day is done. I am very tired, but still decided to open the camera and give y'all an update on how it's been going this week. I took my third trade for this week, and as you can see there on the screen, the results have been good. You know, we're still up this week. Managed to secure another couple percent today, dollars. So the account is now sitting, how's the balance? Bit by bit, we're at 101, and if I could show you the trade, this is what it looked like. I had a loss early in the morning, it was a buy, and it was 2 positions actually. Then I took 3 positions for the sell and made it back with interest. So I know I sound dry, I know I sound very, very tired, which I am. So I'll end this video for right now, and tomorrow I'll come back and give you an update to the end of the week, and we'll see how we close out this week. Honestly, I don't think I'll be taking any trades tomorrow because the week results is very, very good. 55.94% for the week. That's good. So obviously it's because the account is very small and I'm risking 5% per trade, so yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna rush this thing. I'm gonna come back and check in with y'all tomorrow when I got the energy and we fresh on the charts again. So check in with you then.
So we back. No bullshitting, no beating around the bush. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. And thankfully, I managed to make it throughout the entire day without placing a single trade. Market conditions was kind of crazy, to be honest. Like, we had all this up and down movement since the day begun. We didn't really move anyway. We just fluctuating around the New York Midnight Open. And when I was looking for trades, initially I was bullish in the market, but I wanted to see at least this liquidity up here get taken on the 15. But when price got up there, we closed above it, and I didn't want to take any chances buying because I was bearish. I was still bearish for the market. So for the week, the account stats remain the same. Let me just make sure that we selected it on a first there. All right. Just give it like a quick refresh. Right, so the stats remain the same. No trades on the 21st. Then when we go over there to the balance is still at the same thing. So not much to say this week. If I can give just a real quick breakdown for the week, we've taken 3 trades one on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, respectively. No trades on Tuesday and Friday, and all 3 for this week happen to be a win. Something I can notice thus far with my data, which is like something that's very, very important about these type of websites. You get to review your data and you know what to improve on. So something I'm noticing from this is so far I've had 2 consecutive Fridays where I've lost. On Mondays, there's not enough information to make any type of decision based off it. And to be honest, this information for the month thus far is not enough for me to say in the end that look, Friday is not a if I trade. But so far it's looking like this website is going to help me uncover a lot of key things about my trading system that could improve my results. But hey, being a Rambalan, somehow the win rate is up to 60%. To be honest, it's still 50 to me, but I'll take whatever I get. Oh yeah, I was tapping the weekly, not tapping, I was like 10th position for the weekly chart because there's like a leaderboard here. Not weekly, sorry, daily. About 2 days ago when I made that 53%, I was like number 10. Okay, all right. So here I am. I was actually number 6 with a 60% win rate and a 25% gain, which was not bad. It doesn't mean anything like literally anything in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's nice to motivate you as a trader to keep going. There's always somebody out there doing better than you, and you can get a sense of what the standard is like and how much you need to improve from where you are. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. It's been a week, probably a quick week, but there's a lot to learn from this week. I am nowhere as like excited and happy that I am up in profit as I would usually be, but maybe it's because it's a smaller account and maybe it's because I am actually trying to follow my rules more than I am trying to make money. Hopefully I brought some type of value to you. Hopefully I helped somebody else recognize something about the data or at least want to start tracking their information like this. People say we should treat trading as a business. So I guess that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to encourage anybody else to also do the same. But that's going to be it for this video. And if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you as always. And I'll definitely catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bye. Have a great time.